In previous standard, we studied about congruency of the triangles. And before we move on to similarity of the triangles, that is this particular topic, let us get introduced with the various correspondences that can exist between two triangles. For example, for triangle ABC and triangle PQR, there can be 6 possible correspondences. For example, ABC corresponds to PQR, or else ABC corresponds to PRQ. Same way, ABC corresponds to QPR, or ABC corresponds to QRP. ABC corresponds to RPQ, and ABC corresponds to RQP. So, we know that for congruency of the triangles, the corresponding angles should be congruent and the corresponding sides also should be congruent. That is, if angle A congruent to angle P, angle B congruent to angle Q, angle C congruent to angle R, and the sides also, that is line segment AB is congruent to line segment PQ, line segment BC is congruent to line segment QR, and line segment CA is congruent to line segment RP. Then we can say that ABC corresponds to PQR is a congruency. But that was about congruency. The practical meaning of the congruency means not only the shape, but the size also would be exactly identical. Whereas when we consider similarity of triangles, there is a slight difference between that. First of all, definition point of view, for the given correspondence between two triangles, if the corresponding angles of the triangle are congruent and the lengths of the corresponding sides, instead of congruent, they should be in proportion, then that given correspondence is a similarity between the two triangles, and the triangles will be called as similar triangles. If correspondence between the vertices of two triangles is a similarity, then the triangles are said to be similar, and we write it down as triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR with a wave symbol in between them, that is triangle ABC similar triangle PQR. If we try to see this thing mathematically, then for correspondence ABC to PQR, then angle A congruent to angle P, angle B congruent to angle Q, angle C congruent to angle R, because according to the definition, the angles should be congruent. Whereas the sides should be in proportion, so that is AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to CA upon RP. Then the given correspondence, that is ABC corresponds to PQR, is a similarity, and the triangles are called as the similar triangles. That is triangle ABC similar triangle PQR. Remember, if one of the correspondences is a similarity, it is not compulsory that all the remaining 5 correspondences will also be similarity. And vice versa, that is, if one of the correspondences is similarity, it is very much possible that some other correspondences or else all the other correspondences might be similar. It depends on all the different conditions that is given to us in the given numerical. So what are the properties of similarity of the triangle? For triangle ABC, triangle PQR and triangle XYZ, the first property is reflexivity, that is triangle ABC similar triangle ABC, means each and every triangle is similar to itself. The second one is obviously symmetry, that is triangle ABC similar triangle PQR, then the vice versa, that is triangle PQR will also be similar to triangle ABC. Transitivity, if triangle ABC similar triangle PQR, triangle PQR similar triangle XYZ, then it is triangle ABC should be similar to triangle XYZ. Congruent triangles are always similar triangles, but the converse of the statement is not true, that the similar triangles are congruent triangles. Not necessary, but congruent triangles have to be similar triangles. In this example, we are given that measure angle A is same as measure angle Q, and that is given to be 90. AB and AC both are given to be 5, whereas BC is given to be 5 root 2. Same way, PQ is equal to QR, that is given to be 2. PR is given to be 2 root 2. Also, we are supposed to find out whether the triangle ABC and triangle PQ are similar or not. And if yes, then which correspondence is a similarity? So, first of all, in triangle ABC, AB is same as AC is same as 5. That is already given to us. And therefore, if two sides are equal, the angles opposite to them are also equal. So, measure angle C will be same as measure angle B. But do we know what is the measure of angle A? That is 90. And therefore, the sum of the remaining two angles will also be 90. That is, measure angle C plus measure angle B will be 90. But both of them are equal, and therefore, measure angle C and measure angle B, both of them will be equal to 45 each. We are also given that BC is equal to 5 root 2. In the same way, we can write down all the data of triangle PQR. We are given that PQ is equal to QR is equal to 2. And we are also given measure angle R is equal to measure angle P. So, and measure angle Q is given to be 90. Why are we given that measure angle R is equal to measure angle P? It was not given in the sum. But you know that the angles opposite to equal sides will have equal measures. Now, measure angle Q is 90, and so measure angle P plus measure angle R will also be 90. But they are equal in measure, so measure angle P will be same as measure angle R, and that will be 45 each. Also, PR is given to be 2 root 2. Now, I want to find out whether the triangles are similar or not. First of all, discussing about the angles. So, measure angle A is same as measure angle Q, that is 90 already given to us in the question. Measure angle B is same as measure angle R. Why? Each of them is 45. Measure angle C is same as measure angle P, that is also same as 45. That means angle A congruent to angle Q, angle B congruent to angle R, and angle C should be congruent to angle P. That means all the three angles are congruent. Also, BC upon PR is same as 5 root 2 upon 2 root 2, and that is equal to 5 upon 2. Exactly same way CA upon PQ will be same as 5 upon 2 because both of them are given to be 5 and 2 respectively. And that is also same as AB upon QR. So, ABC corresponds to QRP is a similarity in this particular condition, and therefore the triangles would be similar. In the given figure, we are supposed to identify whether the triangles are similar or not. Now, according to the given figure, we can say that angle P is congruent to angle X because that is already given to us in the figure. Also, we are given that angle Q is congruent to angle Y. Check it out on the figure. Same symbols have been used, and therefore these two angles are also congruent. And angle R is congruent to angle Z. That is also given to us. See on the figure, both the angles are given to be congruent. That means what we can say is all the angles are congruent. Now about the sides. QR upon YZ, that is 7.5 upon 5. Cancellation will give us the answer 3 upon 2. Exactly the same way PR upon ZX, that is 9 upon 6, and that is nothing but 3 upon 2 once again after cancelling the numbers. Same way PQ upon XY as given over there ready-made, it is 3 upon 2. So all the answers of all the proportion or the ratios is 3 upon 2. That means we can say that QR upon YZ is same as PR upon ZX is same as PQ upon XY. And therefore, PQR corresponds to XYZ is a similarity. So the triangles are similar in this condition. In the given figure, the triangles are similar or not. We can pick up any of the triangles, say angle A and angle L. They are not congruent angles. And the first prima facie condition of two triangles to be similar, what is that? That is, angles should be congruent. So, none of the correspondence between these two triangles will be a similarity. So, the triangles can never ever be similar for the given conditions. Here, we are given that triangle ABC, all the sides are equal. Triangle PQR, all the sides are congruent. That means both the triangles are equilateral triangles. That means the measures of each of the angles of both triangles, that is triangle ABC and triangle PQR, will be 60, obviously. That means angle A is congruent to angle P, angle B is congruent to angle Q, angle C is congruent to angle R. Also, AB is equal to PQ is equal to BC is equal to AC. Let us call that as, say, P. And exactly the same way, PQ is equal to QR is equal to RP is equal to, say, some number Q, where P and Q both can never ever be 0, because we know that the sides of a triangle cannot be 0. That means AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR is equal to P upon Q in any case. All the three angles congruent and the three sides are in proportion. Therefore, we can say that ABC corresponds to PQR is a similarity. So, the triangles would be similar triangles. For correspondence XYZ to EFD between triangle XYZ and triangle DEF is a similarity. Measure angle X is to measure angle Y is to measure angle Z is going to be 2:3:5. We want to show that triangle DEF is a right angle triangle. That means we are expected to find out that one of the angles of triangle DEF is 90 degree. Measure angle X is to measure angle Y is to measure angle Z is 2:3:5. So let measure angle X is 2K, measure angle Y is 3K, measure angle Z is equal to 5K, where K is some common multiplier, not that is greater than 0. So we know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180. That means measure angle X plus measure angle Y plus measure angle Z, if it is 180, therefore 2K plus 5K, 3K plus 5K is 180. That is 10K is equal to 180 means K is 18. So we can find out all the three angles now. Measure angle Z is 5K, 18 5 is 90. Measure angle Y is 3K, 3 18 is 54. And lastly, measure angle X is 2K, 2 18 is 36. Now, according to the given correspondence, XYZ to EFD is a similarity. That means measure angle Z and measure angle D would be equal. But we know that measure angle Z is 90. That means measure angle D is 90. One of the angles of triangle DEF is right angle. That means triangle DEF is a right angled triangle. Correspondence ABC to BAC is a similarity. Then what kind of triangle do you think is triangle ABC? Now, because this correspondence is given to be similarity, angle A would be congruent to angle B. You can see that angle A is corresponding to angle B and they should be congruent. That means the sides opposite to them, line segment BC, should be congruent to line segment AC. Means two sides are congruent. Therefore, triangle is an isosceles triangle. ABC corresponds to DEF is a similarity for the given triangles. 3AB is equal to 5DE, that is one of the data. DF is given to be 9. We are expected to find out the value of AC. Now over here we know that ABC corresponds to DEF is a similarity. That means AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF. We know that the sides have to be in proportion. But 3AB is equal to 5DE, and therefore AB upon DE is 5 upon 3. So, in statement number 1, we can write down the value of AB upon DE as 5 upon 3. That means AC upon DF is also 5 upon 3, but DF is 9. So AC upon 9 is equal to 5 upon 3. That gives us 5 upon 3 into 9. That is the value of AC. So 3 ones are, 3 threes are. So AC is 15. Triangle XYZ and triangle PQR, where XYZ corresponds to QPR, is a similarity. Measure angle X plus measure angle P is 130. ZX is equal to ZY. We are expected to find out the measure of all the angles of triangle PQR. So, the correspondence XYZ to QPR is a similarity that is given to us. So, angle Y should be congruent to angle P, because Y, as you can see, is corresponding to P. And because of that particular reason, measure angle Y will be same as measure angle P. That means, substituting the value, we are given that measure angle X plus measure angle P is equal to 130. That means measure angle X plus measure angle Y will be equal to 130, because instead of P, we can write down measure angle Y. And also, measure angle X plus measure angle Y plus measure angle Z is 180. That means measure angle Z, instead of X plus Y, we can write down 130. So 180 minus 130, so that is 50. Also ZX is equal to ZY. That means measure angle X will be same as measure angle Y, and their addition we know that it is 130. And because of that reason, measure angle X will be same as measure angle Y, that is 130 upon 2, that is 65. So measure angle Q is congruent to measure angle X. Measure angle P is congruent to measure angle Y. And measure angle R is congruent to measure angle Z. Why do we have that? That is mainly because the similarity is already given to us. And therefore, measure angle Q will be same as measure angle X, 65. Measure angle P same as measure angle Y, once again 65. And measure angle R same as measure angle Z, that would be 50. So now we have all the three angles of triangle PQR corresponding to Q, P and R as 65, 65 and 50. According to the definition of similarity of triangles, which conditions should for the correspondence DEF to ZXY should be a similarity? So, according to the definition, we know that the angles have to be congruent and the sides have to be proportion. That means angle D congruent to angle Z, angle E congruent to angle X, and angle F congruent to angle Y. That is mainly because D is corresponding to Z, E is corresponding to X, and F is corresponding to Y. And the sides, that is line DE upon ZX, should be equal to EF upon XY, should be equal to FD upon YZ. And that is why we say that this condition should be there for the correspondence DEF to ZXY to be a similarity. In triangle PQR and triangle XYZ, PQR corresponds to YZX is a similarity. Also, measure angle P is twice measure angle Q. Measure angle X is 120. Measure angle Y is to be found out. So, PQR to YZX is a similarity. That means measure angle P will be same as measure angle Y. And measure angle Q, according to the correspondence, that will be equal to measure angle Z. But we know that measure angle P is twice measure angle Q. That means measure angle Y should be twice measure angle Z. Also, measure angle X is given. And therefore, measure angle X plus measure angle Y plus measure angle Z is 180. But measure angle X is 120 and measure angle Y is 2 measure angle Z. So 120 plus 2 measure angle Z plus measure angle Z is equal to 180. Because instead of measure angle X, we can write down 120. Instead of measure angle Y, we can write down 2 measure angle Z. So, 2 measure angle Z plus measure angle Z is 3 measure angle Z. And 180 minus 120 is 60. So, 3 measure angle Z if 60, then measure angle Z would be 20. But we want to find out measure angle Y. So, using statement number 1, we will say that measure angle Y will be twice of measure angle Z, that is twice of 20, and that is 40. ABC corresponds to PQR between the triangles is going to be a similarity. AB is to PQ is 4 upon 4 is to 5. AC if 6, then we are supposed to find out PR. And QR if 15, we are supposed to find out BC. So, the correspondence is given to be a similarity, and we are given that AB is to PQ is equal to 4 is to 5. Now, AC is 6, PR is to be found out, and also QR is 15, BC is to be found out. So, PR upon AC is equal to PQ upon AB, because I want to find out PR. Same way, BC upon QR is equal to AB upon PQ, because I want to find out BC. So, we generally start off with the term that we want to find out. Therefore, PR will be 5 into 6 upon 4, and that is going to be 7.5, whereas BC is 4 into 15 upon 5, that will be 12. That is mainly because we can carry out some cancellations like 2 2s are and 2 3s are in the first case. So, 15 upon 2 is 7.5. And over here is simple, 5 1s are, 5 3s are, 4 3s are is 12. That means PR is 7.5, whereas BC is 12. Triangle PQR, similar triangle DEF for the correspondence PQR to EDF. PQ plus QR and DE plus DF are given to be 15 and 10. PR is 6, EF we want to find out. Because the correspondence is a similarity and we want to find out EF, so we shall start writing down the ratio somewhat like EF upon PR is equal to DE plus DF upon PQ plus QR. Substituting the values, EF upon 6 is equal to 10 upon 15. That means EF will be 10 into 6 upon 15, and we know that 10 6s is 60, 15 1s are, 15 4s are, that means EF is going to be 4. ABC corresponds to QPR is a similarity between the given triangles, where the perimeter of triangle ABC and triangle PQ are given to be 15 and 27 respectively. BC is 8, QR is 9, PR and AC are to be found out. So the similarity is given and we are expected to find out first of all PR. So PR upon BC, because the number corresponding to PR is obviously BC. So upon is equal to perimeter of triangle PQR upon perimeter of triangle ABC. And therefore substituting the values, PR upon 8, because BC in the sum as given over there is 8, is equal to 27 upon 15. So PR will be 14.4. That is 27 into 8 upon 15, and that will be 14.4. Same way to find out AC, AC upon QR is equal to perimeter of triangle ABC upon perimeter of triangle PQR. That is AC upon 9 is equal to 15 upon 27. Calculating the numbers, that is going to give us 5. Triangle XYZ, similar triangle DEF for correspondence XYZ to EDF. If perimeter of triangle XYZ upon perimeter of triangle DEF is going to be 3 upon 4, we are expected to find out XY upon ED and XZ plus YZ upon EF plus DF. For correspondence XYZ to EDF is a similarity. That is what we are given for triangle AB, XYZ and triangles DEF. Perimeters of triangle XYZ upon perimeter of triangle DEF is 3 upon 4. XY upon ED and XZ plus YZ upon EF plus DF is to be found out. We are given that this correspondence is a similarity, and therefore XY upon ED will be same as perimeter of XYZ upon perimeter of triangle DEF. But we know that perimeter of triangle XYZ upon perimeter of triangle DEF is 3 upon 4. That means XY upon ED will be 3 upon 4. Similarly, we know that perimeter of triangle XYZ upon perimeter of triangle DEF will be same as XZ plus YZ upon EF plus DF. Therefore, XY plus YZ upon EF plus DF is also 3 upon 4. ABC corresponds to XYZ is a similarity where AB upon 4 is equal to BC upon 6 is equal to AC upon 3. AC is given to be 3. XY is given to be 5. YZ and XZ are to be found out. So AB upon 4 is equal to BC upon 6 is equal to AC upon 3 and AC is 3. That means AB upon 4 is equal to BC upon 6 is equal to 3 upon 3. And we know that 3 upon 3 is nothing but 1. That means AB is equal to 4 into 1, that is 4. BC is 6 and AC we already are given as 3. Also ABC to XYZ is a similarity where XY is 5. So AB upon XY is equal to BC upon YZ is equal to AC upon XZ. So YZ upon BC is XY upon AB. So YZ upon 6 is equal to 5 upon 4 and same way XZ upon 3 is 5 upon 4. Substituting the values of BC and AC as 6 and 3 respectively. And we already know that XY upon AB, XY being 5, AB being 4. So YZ is 5 into 3, 6 upon 4, whereas XZ is 3 into 5 upon 4. Here we can carry out cancellations, that is 2 2s are and 2 3s are. 3 5s are 15 upon 2, that is 7.5. So YZ is 7.5 whereas XZ is 3.75.